Friends, you are the hope of this generation. You are the lawyers of this generation. When history is being written, your name will be among the lawyers that were present in 2025 when everything is going south. So we are already having the responsibility and the burden on our shoulders. I want to tell you, friends, that it is not enough for you lawyers to protect your contracts. It is not enough for you to represent banks and big businesses while you're ignoring the political prisoners. Some lawyers say they are neutral. They say the law is not political. But the law has always been political. I mean, it is political when Bobby Young is taken to prison for putting on red. It is political when Justice Chisache runs to exile just because she ruled against the regime. So lawyers must pick a side because justice in itself is political. And in a time of injustice, neutrality is complicity. In this time, lawyers must pick a side, either the side of the law or the side of lawlessness. I want to request most of you, in fact all of us, to pause for a second and imagine this. The private chambers of the Attorney General, Chiriwa Chiwanuka, the man who presented the UPDF Amendment Act of 2025 to drag civilians back to military courts. These chambers are sharing a wall with the Uganda Law Society office where we are now. And his partner in those chambers is not just any other lawyer. He is the son-in-law of General Museveni, the man at the helm of this regime. So now that is legal political marriage standing just meters away from us. Just pause and imagine that for a second. The politics is in the law, and the law is in the politics. They are both mixed and mingled. And yet some lawyers say they are neutral. And meanwhile, the president of the Uganda Law Society, Council Isaac Semakade, is in exile, largely because of his opinions. Now that is supposed to tell you everything that you need to know about the system. That even the society that is meant to defend lawyers cannot defend itself. And by the way, friends, don't get me wrong. I don't want to come off as if I'm pretending not to understand where we are. I know we're not living in France. I know we're living in Uganda under General Museveni. So, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I understand the complexities of legal practice under dictatorship. I know that every lawyer here knows about the fate of the former Chief Justice of Uganda, Ben Chiwanuka. I know that all lawyers in Uganda know that he was picked from his chambers and he has never been seen again up to the present day. So I can imagine the fear in the activist lawyers as they go about their work under this dictatorship. But again, friends, we must face it, because we cannot just resign to fate as if there's nothing that we can do about it. There's definitely something that we can do about it. If anything, it calls for us to be even more bold and more determined and face it with even more courage. Because if lawyers don't speak up, then who will speak up against lawlessness?